throughout the show, but let's start with the heavyweights, and a warm welcome to a boxing out debutant, Del Boy himself, Big Derek Chisora. Derek, welcome to the show.
What's happening, boys? You alright?
Yeah, we're good. Is it sunny in here?
Very sunny. You got all these bright lights.
You know what? It's good to have Derek here because he's been giving me stick-up fights for a long time, and he's progressed a lot, in my opinion. And I've said I'd get him on, and I've finally got him on. But Del, I thought we'd be talking about British title fights, but it's not been confirmed yet, man. What is going on? Or can't you speak? Or can't you? I know you can speak, but can't you say? What's the latest?
The latest is it's been confirmed. We're just waiting for the date. That's it.
Okay. So you might not be on the undercard, but you will fight.
I don't know yet. It's been confirmed, but we're just waiting for the right date, and then we're going to sort it out.
But you're out on what, May 22nd, is that?
May the 22nd.
Your call, Bill.
Your call. Bethnal Green, yeah.
So that's just to sort of keep in
form, you know. Yeah. Just keep in touch with the gloves, but it'll be exciting anyway.
Yeah. You presumably you need to stay in touch because I'm sure you'd agree with this one, Bunsey. For a long time, British heavyweight boxing being derided. Right now, arguably, it's one of the top 2 or 3 divisions domestically we have now in terms of depth. You look all the way down, and anyone from 1 to 10 is a top guy.
What they are is they can all fight each other, and that's what you need. You need, you know, when there was a Lennox at the top, when there was a Frank Bruno at the top, there was always a first and a second tier. Right now, I think you know the point you made there is that you've got about 6 or 7 guys that could, in theory, all fight each other. I mean, you clearly consider yourself to be the best, but I think most people would say, Del, that there's not a clear best heavyweight in Britain, and that's something you guys should sort out in the next 12 months.
Yeah, if the money's right, why not? You know, like you got Tyson Fury, you got myself, you got David Price, you got the other guy as well.
Danny Williams, Rogan.
Danny, we can't mention Danny. Danny's on his way out, you know, to be honest with you. Sexton, you know, Rogan. You got a couple anyway, but
it's Danny you've got to beat if you're going to become the champion.
Oh yeah, of course, 100%. You know, I'll beat Danny with my eyes closed, to be honest with you. I'm joking.
Yeah. We don't know. Because Aldi Harrison made those same jokes about beating Danny with his eyes closed, and
yeah, but I know, to be honest with you, Danny's gonna come strong, and Danny's gonna be prepared to fight me, and I'm not gonna prepare halfway. I'm gonna prepare the whole way. Danny's going to be a good opponent for me, and it's going to be a wicked fight when it happens.
And also, Audley could come back. Audley could come back, and he only needs 1 win to put himself back in the frame. And Audley's still a name. I know people give him stick, and they give me stick for defending him, but he's still a big name, Audley.
Is he my cup of tea, to be honest? Would you go pay money to go watch him?
You know what, after the Rogan fight...
Answer, would you go pay 150 quid to go sit ringside and watch...
Not 150 quid.
Yeah, would you pay 45 pounds to go watch
I think I would, because the Rogan fight, I thought I saw... I liked the Audley I saw in the losing Rogan fight, you know, strangely enough. I thought that was a good performance. I thought it was a good fight.
It was a good fight, but he couldn't knock the guy out, you know. He had the opportunity to knock him out, and you couldn't knock him out, so what can I say?
It is all about the best of the British right now.
Heavyweights, and the one guy that I think is out there that does a lot of damage and does a lot of work and has raised the profile, and that's Big Marty Rogan, Derek. That's a fight. I mean, that seems to me the sort of fight that you should be looking at in November or so. You might fight for the European title.
He has to beat Sam Sexton first, you know. We can't just judge right. Like, we can't write Sam Sexton off.
I know that. I'm not writing him off.
He has to beat Sam Sexton first, you know. So.
Do you think there's a chance Sam can spring an upset in front of all those?
I mean, let's be honest. This is a boxing match. This is a boxing fight. You know, it's not over. It's not over yet. You know, Sam Sexton. You know, he might just go there and destroy Rogan. You know, he looks good right now.
Well, he wants a rematch with you, Sam, in your best ever fight.
Yeah. To be honest, I'm the person to beat, you know. Tomorrow, what's the name? Rogan might win, the fight with Rogan will happen, you know, and we'll see how it goes.
Now, you mentioned Tyson Fury at the top there. Now, he's a kid. He's only had a few fights, but he's helped raise his profile. And he's, you know, in all fairness, he's dragging a lot of other names with him. Some would say he's dragging the names down in the dirt, but at least he's out there talking. Is he a guy you fancy shutting up, or is he a guy you fancy he's got to earn his stripes before he gets in the ring with you?
I'll be honest with you, I'll fight Tyson Fury tomorrow morning in Manchester if the money was right, without a doubt. Tomorrow morning, I'll go to Manchester and fight him. Come on.
Yeah.
And I'll
You're
fight
not that bothered about Tyson.
I ain't bothered, man. It's the bottom of the food chain.
Let me ask you then, who's the best guy out there in your division, aside from you? Well, let's take David Haye out of there, because he's got the world title fight. Aside from you and David, who's the best guy in your division right now?
Do you know what? I'll give my props to, what's his name, David Price. I like David Price, and I didn't like him when I was an amateur, but I give my props to David Price.
He can punch.
He can punch. Yeah, I give my props to David Price.
He's got a lot of, you know, a lot of that amateur experience, and grade can help. I'm telling you, grade.
Yeah,
and just to tell you, David Haye does like Derek. He thinks Derek's like one of those throwback mid-80s heavyweights. He thinks you're like those guys.
Oh yeah.
They're good heavyweights, big, heavy-handed heavyweights, man.
Why not?
He likes it. So if you ever fight someone who's like one of those guys, he'll probably call you up, offer you lots of money. So you'll be in Cyprus a couple of weeks sparring partner.
Nah,
no shame in that.
We don't believe in travelling outside the country to go on training. I don't believe in that, to be honest.
Finchley boy through and through.
24/7, I'll be in Finchley.
Hey, fair play. Sticking to your... What if you offered the big money to go and fight outside the country? What if the guys at Sauerland phoned you up and said, Derek, you can have the winner of Valuev and Shagayev? Would you fancy that? That's a fight that's potentially explosive, and for the winner, you might...
Explosive? Let me just tell you something.
Okay, slowly explosive.
Shagayev and Valuev couldn't be in an explosive fight if they were down a landmine and you were blowing it up for gold. Trust me. That's just not what they do. They don't do explosive. Explosive, Shagayev and Valuev, they've never been in the same sentence. You've made world TV history. Even in Kazakhstan, they don't put them in the same sentence. They're not explosive. They're good heavyweights. They're solid, and they're better boxers than people give them credit for. Shagayev especially is a brilliant technical fighter. And Valuev, everyone just looks at his big head and his hairy back. He's actually a good boxer. He's a handful, man, big Valuev.
Yeah, I know.
But it ain't explosive, big boy.
Okay, you have busted me for overselling a fight. However, it is a fight we're looking forward to.
It's a great fight,
yeah,
but explosive's not what it is. Lopez is explosive. Okay. Those two, it's technical and it's good.
Okay.
I know. It's a bit like Huck. Huck's explosive, Andy. You understand me? No one's going to ever accuse Huck of being a textbook boxer.
Absolutely.
But we like Captain Hook. Sorry, I lost my pronunciation there for a second. I'm forgetting he was German.
However, that fight, explosive or not, you can see live on Setanta at the end of this month. WBA heavyweight title on the line. Valuev Shagayev, 30th of May. In many ways, perhaps the easiest way to a world title. David Haye certainly picked the hardest route. 20th of June when he meets Mr. Klitschko. Haye versus Klitschko, Klitschko versus Haye, whichever way you want to sell the fight. It is huge. IBF, WBO titles on the line. David and Vladimir live from Germany on the 20th of June. Setanta Sports 1. Email, Steve.
Yeah, they are coming in.com.
Derek, been a pleasure to have you on the show. Have you enjoyed your debut on the Buntown?
Oh, thank you very much.
It was easy. We didn't grill him, man. We needed to grab him and just say, when you're fighting Danny, because he knows when he's fighting Danny. He just can't tell us, because they're having a press conference on Tuesday. This is bad form.
I didn't know we were having a press conference.
Yeah, I'm just telling you. Yeah, 11 o'clock, tunnel rooms.
Yeah?
Next time.
Sorry, Frank. Sorry, I just thought I'd tell him.
There's a pleasure. Right. Plenty still to come here.